All right, so once again, we get to go through simplifying radicals today. Radicals are just another word for square roots. And the first thing we want to do is write down the perfect squares. Perfect squares are 4, so once again, it's 2 squared, and then 3 squared is 9. And this would be nice to write in the inseam of your notebook, because the more we get familiar with seeing these numbers, the easier our job is going to be today about simplifying radicals. So, with our perfect squares today, I would like everyone to write down the square root of 27.
Can we use a calculator?
And then, we're going to use prime factorization. We're going to use our brains. Thank you for asking, though. Okay? When it says reduce, they want the exact answer. So this is what we have to do. We have to do our prime factor tree. What times what equals 27?
1 times
9 times 3.
9 times 3. Very good. And we can circle 3. How many times is, what is 9?
3 times 3.
Okay, so I would like everyone to write, okay, the square root of 27 is 3 times 3 times 3. And notice it's still in the square root. Now today you're going to learn how to simplify. You ready? When we simplify, we will always do the prime factorization. Then we will rewrite our square root with the prime factorization inside, and then we circle pairs. So right there, you see how there's 2 3s? We then can take one of those out. And so your simplified answer is going to be 3 times the square root of what's left inside that we couldn't take out.
3 times 3.
And then you would say this out loud, 3 roots of 3 or 3 times the square root of 3. So can you guys say 3 roots of 3?
3 roots 3.
Yep, or 3 times the square root of 3. And that's all we have to do. That's the simplified version of the square root of 27. So if it asks you to reduce, you guys, we don't type them into our calculators. We use pen and paper in our brains, exactly. So let's move on to our next one. We have the square root of 75. And so then we have 75 over here, and we should know what number goes into it since it ends with a 5.
3.
5.
3, well, okay. 3 goes into it how many times? Okay, it would be 3 times 25. Please write this down, okay? So the square root of 25 equals 3 times 25. Is 3 a prime number?
No.
Yes.
Yes, so we would circle it. What does 25 equal?
5.
5 times 5.
5 times 5. Awesome. And so, since these are all the prime factors, we'd say the square root of 75 is 3 times 5 times 5. Do you notice that these numbers are the exact same as 75? So we're not changing anything. Just the way it looks. Then we circle pairs. What can we circle?
5.
5. And when we do that, we bring one of them out, right? And it becomes 5, what?
Times
Root 5.
Roots of 3. Or we would say 5 times the square root of 3. And I'm glad you guys are getting practice with saying that out loud. Do we have any questions?
No.
This part is easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
This part takes the work. Okay? As long as you show your work on the side like this, I'm okay with you guys using your calculators today. Is that okay?
Okay.
But you have to show your work like this. So, okay. Do you want to try this solo first? I would like you to do the prime factorization of 72. That's last semester. We did that last semester. You can do it.
That's a long number. Okay.
So the square root of 72. What times what equals 72?
8 times
Not
9.
8 times 9.
8 times 9. Very good. What does 9 equal?
3 times
3.
3.
3 times 3. We can circle those because those are our prime numbers. What does 8 equal?
2 times
2,
4.
4.
2 times 4. Very good. We can circle the 2. What does 4 break down
2
to?
times
2,
2.
2.
2 times 2. Awesome.
Mine
Okay.
is differently.
And so then, but you'll get the same prime numbers, right? I always like writing smallest number to largest number. And what can we circle?
2.
2.
2's and what else?
3.
3's. And so when we do that, we're going to bring both a 2 and a 3 out there. And so we're going to have 2 times 3 times the square root of what?
2 times 3.
No.
No.
What's left over in our square root?
2.
2.
2. Very good. And then 2 times 3 is?
6.
6.
Great job. And that is our final answer. 6 times the square root of 2. Do we have any questions?
No.
No.
Today we're just going through a bunch of these.
Sure.
Is anyone confused?
No.
No.
Okay, wonderful. Let's keep practicing then. We'll skip that one. Oh, let's do one more, and then we'll get into some variables.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what it looks like. And I'm sorry, this all turned out weird. There we go. Practice, reduce the radical. 48. 48 equals what times what?
6
6 times
times
8.
6 times 8. 8 equals?
8. 2 times
2,
4.
4.
Mm-hmm. You guys are getting so much better. 4 equals?
2 times
2
2.
2,
times 2. And 6 equals?
2 times
2, 3.
Awesome. And then inside the square root, how many 2's are we going to have?
3. 4.
4.
How many 3's are we going to have?
1.
So what's going to stay in there?
2.
Three.
Okay,
Yup.
3.
The square root of 3 is going to be there. And then what's actually going to be in the front?
4.
Very good, because it's going to be 2 times 2. Great job. Right? Because we take that out, we take this out. That means we're going to get 2 times the square root of 3, which equals our 4 roots of 3. Cool. Now, let's move on to this one. We've already done something like this before, but I'd like you to write down real quick. And let's check this out, okay? What does b squared actually mean?
B times B.
B times b. And we can simplify this just like before. So we circle a group of b's, and then what's our square root of b squared going to be?
B.
B. Because there's nothing left inside the square root. Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's try another one. Oh, we got a fraction. Let's write this down. Do you notice that only the square root's over the 20?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we get something like this, we always want to reduce our radical first. So we're going to have 20 here, and 20 equals what times what?
4 times
4
5.
times
4 times 5. Great job, okay? And 4 is going to
2
equal
times 2.
2,
2 times 2. And so right now, I would like you to simplify the square root of 20. Put your hand on your head when you have that answer.
Okay.
What's going to stay inside the square root?
5.
5. Very good. What's going to be in front?
2.
2. Do you see how this is being divided by 4 right now?
Uh-huh.
Anytime we have a number outside our radical and inside, we can't divide the number that's inside our radical, so we can just put our hand over it. But what is 2 over 4 reduced to?
1/2.
1/2. Very good. So we're going to have then 1 square root of 5 all over what?
2.
2. Very good, because 2 goes into 4 twice, 2 goes into 2 once. So we can write our answer like that, or you could also write the square root of 5 over 2, because both of these mean the
Same.
thing. Exactly. Cool. Let's do this one. Can you write this one down in your notebook, please, first?
Okay.
Okay. So here we go. Whenever you have a number, both numbers inside the square root, you want to see if we can reduce. But can we reduce right now?
No.
No. So then we need to know that we split them into the square root of 3 divided by the square root of 4. Do you see that? Can you write that down, please? And so if you have a fraction inside your radical, you just split it. Square root of 3 divided by square root of 4. Now, can we simplify the square root of 3?
No.
No, so we just keep that as the square root of 3. But hopefully everyone knows, what's the square root of 4?
2 times 2.
No, what's the square root of 4?
2.
Just 2. And so we can put a 2 there. And then circle that. Now, some simple mistakes that people make is when you take the square root, sometimes you'll just put it back under the square root. We can't do that, okay? Once you evaluate it and you take it out, it's got to be out,
Okay.
all right? Okay. I would like you to simplify that one.
Okay. Okay.
All right, let's check it out. Did you split them into square root of 7 over square root of 16?
Yeah.
Can we simplify the square root of 7?
No.
No. Can we simplify
Yeah.
the square root of 16?
Yes.
What does it equal?
4.
And then did you circle it?
Yeah.
Hopefully. Hopefully. Great job. Great job. And I think we'll do... Which one do you want to do? Number 1, number 2, number 3?
Number 3.
Okay, we'll do number 2. Tricky! So, right now, when we see this, I always said we want to simplify if we can. Does something go into both of these numbers?
5.
5. So we want to divide both sides by 5, both the top and the bottom by 5. All right, and if you don't know that, like I said, well, use your calculator, but hopefully you don't need it for the bottom. 45 divided by 5 is what?
9.
9. Very good. What's 80 divided by 5?
80 divided by 5. 16.
Okay. I'll let you simplify from here. Put your hand on your head once you have it. And then you'll be ready to go.
Okay.
What does this simplify to, Jude?
4 over 3.
So you guys agree with him?
Yes.
Awesome. Now here's the cool thing. You guys are ready for your practice today. Yeah. Quick lesson. All right. I would like you to do 3 through 6,
Even.
all, and then 9 through 18. Now, we might be able to get through our day 2 stuff too, but we'll see how our practice time looks. So thank you.